Well, good morning to everyone who's waiting. Welcome to the bit where Shards of Insanity tries to figure out if he's got everything set up properly. And it looks like I do. How about that? Oh, heck. Excuse me a second. No. That's just me getting notification that I'm streaming. So I will do the traditional and just wait until the hour starts. So yeah, we're doing No Man's Sky today. I don't think I've live streamed No Man's Sky on YouTube. Oh, no, that's not actually true. I did, didn't I? I think it was last Saturday. I did a purely experimental. I wanted to see what I could get away with for streaming. Good morning, Oxford. How are you doing this morning? You know, what's really weird about the experimental stream I did last Saturday was it's actually received a few views. And it even says experimental. I've left it up because, heck, people have been watching it. I don't even narrate it. No, okay. Let's get going. You can see two save games on here. One is this one is from the start. I'm just following the main quest, I think, is what I'm doing on that one. I streamed that one to Twitch. You know, I might return to that. I think I've actually got that on YouTube as well. Not hugely popular. But this is my main one, which is where we'll start. I have no particular plans. I mean, I know the message says doing various bits and pieces, which is what I will be doing, but that could lead to other things. We have nearly 2, maybe 2.5 hours. Morning, Thivia. I am by no means an expert on this. I've got less than 120 hours in. Welcome to my freighter. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So typically what I do, if I can figure out which way I'm facing, is go and check out the last missions I sent out. Oh, and I've got to go and have a firefight at my settlement. But first, I will check the missions. Then I will go and see what's happening at my settlement. You can send up to 5 missions per day. It's a reasonably good form of income. You can get some useful stuff from it. And it gets increasingly rare that you have to fix damage caused by the mission, because your frigates level up fairly quickly. I mean, they call them frigates. Yeah. I'm not even going to start arguing with the nomenclature that they're using. Anyone familiar with No Man's Sky? I mean, in terms of playing, not necessarily watching. It's funny, until you actually start playing it, you think, oh, how do I get a freighter? And then they're practically shoved at you fairly early on. And in my case, this becomes my primary home, really. And I'll clear up the stuff that I've received from it when we get back from saving my settlement. I think that's everyone. No damage taken. I've received a few million credits. Rapidly pushing 1 billion. And I'll explain things as we go along, as and when necessary, or if one of you asks a question. Which way am I going? So now I'm headed for my one and only ship. We'll go down to the planet, save the day, hopefully without dying. Where's my ship gone? This, strangely, popped up on the I say the official, one of the Facebook No Man's Sky forums. Somebody was very pleased they'd found it, and I found this particular class of ship fairly early on. And yes, it is called A Song of Fire and Ice. I like the name. I have done a bit of exploring in the game, but strangely I keep ending up back at my home system. This is the one I actually started in. And I like it because it's a desert planet, and as you may have gathered, I do rather like deserts. Let's have a quick turn round so you can see. That's my what do they call it? Dreadnought? No, it's not a dreadnought. Freighter. And that's my squadron, if you like, flotilla of ships, which are, I've got the maximum number. I haven't bothered to refine them or anything like that. It doesn't seem to be worth the effort, to be frankly honest, unless you're trying to squeeze every bit of efficiency out of it. Where am I going? I'm going over there. Alright. Oh. This isn't actually the planet I originally spawned on. That's in the same solar system. I can't remember how I ended up here. But it's the one I ended up so far doing the most on. Don't look too closely at the base as we approach. It's not very good. It's just boxes lashed together more than anything. And we shall... I wonder if I can shoot any of them up from here. No, possibly not. Whoa, that staggered the frame rate a lot. Shouldn't be doing that, actually. I'm going to have to check that in a second. Alright, where is whatever's causing me problems? Ah, there they are. They do get attacked semi-regularly. I don't know why, really. Yeah, the quad is mine. It's operating semi-autonomously. The Sentinels are a bit of a mystery in the game. I'm sure there are answers to them, but I haven't followed the main missions enough to really know what's going on. And everything's safe. Early on in the game, this actually is a bit of a... I did die once. It's the only time I've died in the game. Was actually fighting off an attack like that. What does it need? Oh, okay. I have that, just not on me. Yeah, getting this thing was a lot of fun. It's a bit of a pain actually in operating in AI mode, but it's still nice to have because it's, yeah, you know, it's a mech. What's not to like about mechs? What was it I wanted? It was called Aronium. I need to... okay. So my main thing here is I will sort out the settlement, get building underway, and... where is it? I know I have what they call Aronium somewhere. Here we go. No, I don't have a front on it. I like the view. And you do... this, one thing you have to watch out for on various planets is the protection from the elements. This actually, even with the front open like that, gives me enough protection so that I don't have to worry about it too much. And this section here, which is basically just... yeah, I need to complete the ramp. This I put up simply so that I had a place to hide when there was a sentinel attack. The sentinels are these robotic type things that police the universe, if you like, or police the galaxies. And finding out what they're doing is one of the things. Hang on a second. This is... I really should be getting better performance than this. I need to check and see what's going on. What have I got going that is causing me so much trouble? I should fix that. I wonder if I've accidentally set the settings to something I shouldn't have. Right, that will allow completion of this. Let us now go into somewhere safe where I won't broil in my armor. Where's... there we go. Alright, hang on a second. I do need to check this out. What is causing me so much trouble? I'm not seeing anything. I mean, nothing seems to be hugely overloaded. Huh. I'm not streaming at 60 frames a second or something daft like that, am I? I mean, I can. I should be able to. Give me a second here. What are my settings for this? And I'm streaming at 30 frames a second, and yeah, I should be doing better than this. Oh well. Let me know if it gets too shuddery or something. This, when I'm not streaming, I can actually run this thing at something like 120 frames a second. Right. Oh, one more thing I need to do before I can blast off and go about my other business is have a look. There is a settlement, a citizen dispute. Colonist Ezentam accuses operator entity, I'm not trying to pronounce that, of selling illegally modified exosuit parts. It is noted that the accused runs a rival business with considerable success. You know, he's probably guilty, but I'm just going to do that. And nobody seems to be caring. Everyone seems to be... oh, they're not massively happy. But we're making a profit. When you start out with a settlement, you're actually in debt. But you fix it. Eventually. I think you can... I forget how much you can make. It's not really the money in this particular case. It's really... it was just a fun thing to do, and I kind of like the idea that I've got my base up there. Alright, let's... oh, I suppose one thing I should check. I might need more fuel. Yep. I might. We'll see. Ooh, I forgot. I might be able to get to my freighter a lot quicker. As usual, I've kind of gotten myself... oh, here we go. I guess I've got myself lost. I think I should actually be able to teleport to my freighter. That's it. I think that's... yep, that's my freighter. That's not the default name. The Changzheng, that means the long march in Mandarin. Right, back on the freighter. It's the nature of the game that your ship will now be somewhere in the hangar bay, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Let's just tidy this up. Reason I'm doing this is that on the off chance I actually find a better freighter, everything's sort of transferred over. And I don't have to worry about losing anything in my inventory. The only thing I would need to worry about is the technology I've installed. Let us go and sort out my next mission. Which should be down here. You can do all kinds of fancy stuff up here. There's various cosmetics you can apply, and I can never get this thing to do anything except auto-generate chromatic metal. My son told me the trick to do it, and it doesn't seem to work for me. Right. Let's go and sort out the next set of missions. This is my horticultural bay. You get all kinds of stuff for varying uses. Can't remember what all this is. Oh, that's my refiner. That's where you make materials if you don't have them. The Galactic Trade Terminal allows me to sell things through some technology of which I am unfamiliar. This is my sort of operations room, so that I can keep track of the various missions I've sent out, such as the one that's coming up. Let's see, combat patrol. Alright. So I'll send out my combat vessel. There's probably an optimum way of doing this. I have no idea what it is. Let's send out a support vessel. I don't know if they're really necessary. I'll send out a... I may as well send out a trade... Excuse me while I mutter to myself. I'll send out a trade galleon. I haven't done that with a combat patrol before. Off you go. You can sometimes join them. Right, trade expedition. I will just send out my trading vessels, I suppose, for that. I don't know. I always like to send out at least one support vessel. In my mind, you see, support vessels. I'll send out a combat vessel. In my mind, at least. Ah, right. Okay, I've probably not been in there. Hello, Russell. I have a sort of standard for the trade. Send out a support. In my mind, you see, it's logical to send out, a support vessel, because in my mind, support vessels include refueling, mending things, that sort of thing. Send out a combat vessel in case they run into trouble, then send out the majority of whatever. The balanced expedition, I will actually send out a bit of everything. So, industrial, exploration, support, trade, combat. And for the Voyage of Discovery, I will probably do something similar. Seeing as it's exploration. Let's see. Support. It's a Voyage of Discovery. I'll send out one of those as well. And I am probably now very low on... Yes, I need at some point to get frigate fuel. But that's me good for the next 24 hours. Next time if I were to log in tomorrow, then they'll be back and hopefully not too shot up. Told you this was housekeeping. For the next bit of housekeeping, I need tritium, which means I need to go into the asteroid belt and shoot a bunch of asteroids. And I never know where the asteroid belts are. I just sort of randomly head off in one direction and... Oops. Hop out a bit, have a look around. This is not what I'm looking for. This will be silver or gold. Silver. Don't really need silver. I need tritium. for fuel. Ah, here we go. This is what I'm after. These places can be funny. Hey Russell, you've played the game, so you will probably recognize what I've got as a starship weapon. I read somewhere, again on a forum, that really the only weapon you needed was the, what do they call it? The infraknife accelerator. And so that's the only weapon I've got. And so far, it's the only weapon I've really needed. I don't know whether I've quite maxed it out. But, where is it? Yeah, infraknife. Yeah, so I've got them all stacked together. That's a good point. That's a good point. I haven't... Do you know, I haven't really tried. There is a certain bit of fun just shooting up the asteroids. Haven't been on any of the expedition as well, but oh, Russell, you may be interested. This my current ship is a Sentinel Interceptor A-class. Haven't found an S-class to upgrade to yet. My son keeps telling me that I should go onto Reddit and people post coordinates there. I'd rather just find it myself, to be honest. I'm not in any hurry in the game. I just like messing around in space. To be honest, I'm not even that massively interested in the main mission. The quest itself, don't spoil it for me. One, I keep forgetting what it's about. Oh, no, now, brief digression. This is a perennial problem. When you're mining in the asteroids, you get this NPC ship come along, and it loves to get in your way. Mostly, you don't hit them. But sometimes they just drift into your path, and then you get in trouble. And I wish I could simply say to them, look, I'm terribly sorry, it was your fault. I'll pay for the damage. Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? We have a minor pirate. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's as much about fiddling around in the universe. I don't find myself particularly wanting to, oh, let's see if I can get to the center of the galaxy. No, it's as much fun for me to just muck around. This actually, I think, was the planet I actually spawned on. No, that's not... very early, when I spawned in, my son arranged to meet me up in the game, and he got there ahead of me and basically discovered the entire solar system. So I'd be tempted to go along and see if I can't shoot up his base just to say, but that's not really my nature, and it's a little petty, so I don't do that kind of thing. Now, I've mentioned this before. Oh! See, yeah, this is the problem. I wasn't paying attention, and that silly ship just got in the way. And I really don't want... I'd rather just be able to say... Oh, heck. Alright. I'm going to just go for this, because this is kind of fun, actually. Well, not shooting them up. Let's see if we can get the sentinels out. Right, this is always kind of fun. Shooting up the interceptors. This is actually where this is how I got my... This is how I got my own Sentinel interceptor. What you do is, you get into a fight. And you shoot them up until the main ship arrives. And then you shoot that up, and that gives you clues on where to find the next. What's my shielding like? So that, yeah. I do have my own little squadron, as you may have noticed. I don't know if they're actually of any use, but it's kind of fun to have them. Next. I had a lot of trouble when I first started because I didn't realize that there was an auto lock-on function for fights, and as long as you've got the weaponry and the shielding, it becomes a lot easier. In fact, I need to fix my shielding. I know I've said in the past that I like cozy games. I actually find this to be a cozy game. The pirate combat is not really that onerous. PvP is switched off. My son tells me that the community does not approve of PvP and will tend to gang up on players who do insist on doing PvP. But I'm not interested in that. I don't care. I don't want to do it, so I switched it off. And most of the time as you're wandering around like this, you're not going to come across PvPers. I believe you can hotkey that. Ah, here we go. So this is what we want. We just zoom into this, shoot it up, and the problem is the S key now wants to lock onto other things, but now you just shoot it up. Oh, they're getting harder. And you can actually be pretty casual about this, as long as your shields are halfway decent. I just need to find the other shield generators. Oh, and... oh, I hate that. Oh no, that's not what I was trying to shoot up. Alright, we'll just trickle over the edge here. Should be round the other side if I remember correctly. There we go. Just keep an eye on your shields. Shoot everything that looks vaguely threatening. Oh yes, I have. I couldn't figure out for a second if I'd actually managed to destroy the shield generators. Yeah. Do you mean something else within the game? Yeah, let me just casually update. There we go. And the thing you get out of this is that. the carrier AI fragment, which allows you to find Sentinel interceptors. I haven't actually bothered to try and build my own ship. I suppose I should try that at some point. I will eventually. Can anybody remember what I was doing? Oh yes, I was collecting tritium. How much tritium have I got? I've got too much stuff in here. Where's my tritium? Ah, H3. Let me have a quick look. And yes, you do start to suffer from inventory overload. It's not really a huge problem. Oh, did I? Well, yes, I think, yeah, I mean, if you go and do something on a planet that the Sentinels don't like, you can end up in a, you can get, oh, I see what you mean. Yes, yeah, I can't remember what they're called. Yes, I have done that as well. In fact, a lot of my money has been made by finding derelict or abandoned Sentinel interceptors, fixing them up so that I can fly them and then trade them in. You can make quite a lot of money very quickly. One of the fun bits I like doing is some of the missions you undertake kind of seem to expect that you'll find your target, go in on foot. Yes, it is, yeah. Go in on foot and then complete the mission on foot. What I like to do is go in with my starship and then just use the starship. That works quite well. Now, before I got distracted by pirates and sentinels, I was going to say, I hope everyone realizes that the real asteroid fields don't look anything like this. At the risk of repetitive information, if you've watched any of my other videos, I point out that in the asteroid belt that we have in our solar system, the average distance between asteroids is about 600,000 kilometers. I don't think NASA even worries about plotting a safe way through. The chances that you're going to run into an asteroid by accident is pretty much zero. So yeah, they don't look like this. This is sort of Star Wars-esque type of asteroid fields. Did I accidentally shoot up an NPC? Oh, I did. I did it again. Oh dear. I should pay more attention. Of course, it's actually quite desirable in some ways to have a battle in the middle of an asteroid belt, because anything you miss while you're shooting, you picked up. Oh, what happens if I get into a sentinel fight at the same time as a pirate fight? Just gonna hold down the fire button, shoot all the asteroids. Don't worry too much about the shields. Yes, they do. It has to be said. Although Star Wars is responsible for some really egregious stuff. Who remembers in The Phantom Menace where... Was it The Phantom Menace? Where... Oh, what's the bounty hunter's name? Jango Fett. Releases sonic mines. Because as we know, sonic mines would work just beautifully in space. But the problem is in video games and movies, if you accurately depicted what space was really like, nobody would really find it that attractive. Oh, here we go again. You can escape, by the way. Quite doable. Oops, that's getting a bit low. I'm being a bit too flamboyant. Let's hop over to the other side. Stop shooting me. Ah. It's a shame you can't equip two infra-life, whatchamacallit, accelerators at once. There we go. Right. Technology recharge. Can't remember what I was doing now. Oh, tritium. How am I doing for tritium? Okay, I'm going to... actually, I'm going to do what Russell suggested. I'm going to pop over to the space station and just buy up all their tritium. Let's try that. Oh, I could go to the freighter and do that. What the heck. I'm at the space station now. This always reminds me of a very early game before the advent of the PC called Elite, and one of the challenges in that game was docking with a space station. It was hard, but we are going over 30 years ago. What's funny is the franchise still exists. I think Elite Dangerous is the latest. Alright, let's see what we got. Yes, this is true. You do get more traffic in here, but no tritium. Oh, I might pick up the uranium. Because I can't be bothered to go to planet, and uranium is always useful to have. And I do tend to end up needing dioxide, so I'll grab that. Don't need any of those at the moment. I can make amino chambers. And ferrite dust, I've got more than I know what to do with. Didn't play them, strangely. Hang on a second. Did you see the Wing Commander movie? I thought they made a reasonable effort with that movie. I mean, they had... Oh, do they? Ah, I didn't know that. Let's go have a look. I thought the Wing Commander movie, they looked like they were making a reasonable effort. I mean, they had Jürgen Prochnow in it, who is always good. And they had what's his name? David Suchet. Yeah, I probably don't want it. Let's see what kind of ship he's got. Nope, not interested. But we'll trade. David Suchet, who is better known as Poirot, is actually a pretty good actor. Let's see. Nope. I'm not seeing any tritium there. I'll buy up his uranium. You use it for recharging things. And I'll buy up his dioxide. Because that saves me from having to go and scoop that up, and I inevitably need that. But it was, you know, I mean... No, it wasn't a great movie, but I think they tried. There were some good bits in it, and it's always... I think it was Jürgen Prochnow. It was certainly... was it David Suchet or his brother? Oh, grief, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. Of course, if you want a really good Jürgen Prochnow music, go watch Das Boot. I haven't... I don't know what they may have changed. So, just for the fun of it, okay, we're all good here. I don't have anything to do at the base. I am going, I think, to try and see if I can't get a better starship. Or at least a starship to trade in, just for something to do. Let's have a look. I can never remember what it is. Yeah. So, basic rule of thumb. What you're looking for on here, as I'm sure Russell will confirm, is a dissonant planet. Because it's in dissonant systems that you find the Sentinel interceptors. This little symbol here, that's where my that's one of my freighter squadrons. Here, here, and there. Oh, have I been to this one? Oh, I have now. Right. Okay, so I am going to try something here. I am going to... I haven't done this before because I didn't have the equipment. I am going to summon in... Yep. I am going to summon in my freighter. Oh. Oh, okay. Oops. Nope. Guess I'm not doing that. So now I have to do it the hard way. Dissonance detected. Alright. Let us... Hang on. Let us activate one of these. Hopefully it's on this system. Alright, I missed that message. Did it tell me it wasn't in this system? Oh dear. Now I'm gonna have to find it. Where was it? Oh, it's not in that system. Oh well, that was worth a try. Oh, it's over here. Alright, let's go have a look at this one. Yes, I haven't found the parts to update the freighter yet, and I haven't been into... it's not like I'm in a massive rush, to be honest. Oh, great. Do I want to get into a dreadnought fight? I suppose I do. Oh, well, at least my approach vector's pretty good. Oh, I need to get a bit closer. If in doubt, shoot up their warp drives. Now they can't escape. Did I miss one? Basic rule to fighting pirate dreadnoughts. You can take them over. Is shoot them up like that, and then... Ooh, that looks like it should be destroyable. Find the trench they keep their shield generators in, shoot up the field generators. They can't escape, you see now. Shoot up their guns and they'll surrender. And if you're very lucky, I might have an S-class, but I doubt it. Okay, where am I going? Of course, the downside here at this point is now I'm locked in to shoot it. Well, I say I could probably... Yes, I know. There's not much I can do about that, to be honest. Is that not one of the anti-ship weapons? Okay, they're over here. I'm in the right basic place. And the infraknife accelerator makes short work of everything, so that's always nice to know. Yes, it takes a while. I don't think I've... My freighter's A-class.
Enemy missile inbound.
I've seen hints that there are sort of tactics to getting the stuff. It's one of those things, I really can't be bothered. I'm just enjoying the game as it is, so it's not that important. Not to me. Hate to think what one of those things blowing up in your face does to your shields. So, I should surrender. There we go. What do we reckon? Should I just shoot up destroy the dreadnought, or take a chance it's an S-class? One thing I must admit I've never actually done is just go straight from the battle to destroying the ship. I think I'm just for the heck of it, I'm going to... I think I'm just going to destroy it. Let's see if it's worth it. How much have I got? 883, call that 884 million. Oops. Alright, let's see what we actually got from just destroying it. Well, nothing there. That's no use to me. What's this? Oh, deployable freighter update. Oh, okay, that's actually worth having. Did I get anything else worth having? No, that came from an inadvertent act of piracy. Yes, yeah. If you're enjoying it, my approach to games in general, to be honest, is if you're enjoying it, good for you. Have fun. Are you having fun? That's the question that should be answered. Excuse me a second. It's a my approach to Minecraft as well. Are you having fun? Good. You don't need to worry about whether you're a pro player, which I find a revolting concept. I don't like one thing I really do not like about some aspects of modern gaming is you know, this contempt people seem to have for new players. You know, oh, let's sneer at them and call them noobs. No, everyone's a new player. You know, what's the important thing? Are they enjoying it? Good. Encourage them. If it's multiplayer, encourage them. Even if it's not multiplayer, encourage them. Help them. Doesn't cost you anything. Sneering at them and calling them noobs does the gaming community absolutely no good whatsoever. I can't remember what I was doing now. Oh, did it impact the planet? This isn't a pirate. Is this a pirate, Is this a pirate system? I didn't think it was. An outlaw system, I should say. Where am I? Let's have a look. No, it's just dissonant. No, yeah, I entirely agree. One of the things I disliked about the Minecraft community is the toxicity. One of the great things I like about the Sky Children of the Night community is it's not toxic. You don't call new players noobs, they're called moths, which is delightful. And the nature of the game means that, you know, you're encouraged to assist them. I mean, if you're playing Minecraft and you want to be obnoxious, go find a an anarchy server. If you want to be you know, have a play a space game and be obnoxious, go play EVE Online. From what I gather, that's a nightmare. Did that actually impact the planet? Or is it on the way? Huh. Anyway, I was actually looking for a Sentinel Interceptor, wasn't I, before I got unwittingly sucked into this. Yeah, I can never figure out where things are on this map. Oh, for heaven's sake, what happened? Oh, you're kidding me. Again? I don't think I've had 2 pirate dreadnought battles in a row. Where's the... Alright, where's the pirate dreadnought? Yeah, I mean, my son's own reporting on the No Man's Sky community is that it's actually quite pleasant, which is nice. Where's the... Well, in doubt, shoot up everything in range. I'm not seeing... Well, that's one of the pirate frigates from the last battle, but I'm not seeing a new dreadnought. Except, okay, I'm still being shot at. Now, during my brief foray into Minecraft toxicity, I remember one particular post. Some poor player was a little bit obsessed with wanting to know what it was to be a pro player, and so some obnoxious little monster, you know, gave his version of it. And as I recall, I think my response was something like, do you know how to build, oh, what was it? A state detector for a furnace. You know, so that you can actually detect when it's working and when it's not, and when it switches between states. And of course he said no. So I said, well then, as far as I'm concerned, you're not a pro player. And they, I should say, never replied. Now, it has to be said, in Minecraft, I have never actually seen any YouTube video on how to build a method of detecting and reporting the state of a furnace. I came up with that particular thing myself. I had specific requirements and figured out how to build one. Because sometimes in Minecraft it's useful to know, because you can tell, just by looking at it, okay, this furnace is currently in operation. That is, it's smelting something. Or you can tell if it's not smelting something. But can you tell when it has switched state from burning to not burning, or not burning to burning? And you can, and there's a very specific circuit for it, which I came up with, and I've never seen, I don't think I've ever seen it on a YouTube video, although it has to be said, I have not spent a huge amount of time lately in looking at Minecraft YouTube videos. In fact, that particular feature, how to do it, I didn't mention it, but I did feature in one of my Minecraft base tours. I showed this rather ridiculous furnace array I'd built, and that makes a huge use of the ability to determine a state change, and state changes. So anyway, I've rambled about Minecraft enough. Alright, has anybody seen this alleged pirate dreadnought? Because I keep getting hit by pirates, but I should see somewhere a pirate dreadnought, and I don't even see the icon. I mean, I don't mind shooting up pirates for a bit, but this is going to get boring very quickly. And it's distracting me from what I want to do. Yeah. But I'm still curious to know where the dreadnought is. Oh. Hello, Sean. Yeah, that's my freighter. I literally just spawned it into the middle of a pirate battle out of curiosity.
Technology recharge.
This wasn't how I envisaged today going, by the way. I was not expecting quite so much shooting things up. Is this thing not going to let me land on my own freighter while a battle's going on? It isn't, is it? Oh well. I'm just going to land on the space station and hopefully end the battle. Yes, they do. I've had that happen a few times. Of course it's not. There we go. Oh well, let's sell off some stuff while I'm at it. Yes, I thought it was in this system. The Sentinel interceptor trace that I was following. Oh, well, let's go check out the Mercenaries Guild, see if I can get any higher in their rankings. Donate. Oh, alright. Yeah, you can have that. Don't know if I can get any higher than Exalted, but... Oh! I forgot. Where's my exosuit upgrade? No, you tend to find that out the interesting way. I think you have to be kind of close enough to it as well. Alright, let's see what I can... What I read. Yeah. As usual, we are looking at... Distinct. Okay, I don't need that. I can make microprocessors. I'll keep the wiring looms. I'm going to transfer the cobalt. I've got more than that I need. Get rid of that.
Units received.
No, I'll keep the hyaline brain. I don't really need that. Get rid of the gold nugget. Need the inverted mirror. Well, I'll check that out later.
Units received. Units received.
Yeah, I'll unpack that later. Don't ask me where I got 25 anomaly detectors from. I forget. Alright, let's get rid of my pirate transponders for the bounty. And I don't think I have anything in the frigate that I want to get rid of. Alright. Now, let's try and get back to what I was doing. Was tracking down that Sentinel Interceptor. And let's see if I can... Oh, please don't tell me the fight's still on. Yep. Oh, alright. I guess I'm... Has the game hit a glitch? Because I swear I cannot see the pirate dreadnought anywhere. I can't even see the emblem on the screen. I mean, I can see plenty of nice juicy targets, but I can't see a pirate dreadnought. I must admit, there's a certain temptation sometimes to shoot up freighters, but I'm trying to play this particular run-through as a good guy. Unless somebody accidentally strays in right in front of me as I'm asteroid mining. What? A pirate dreadnought without the actual symbol for it? Alright, I think what I might do is warp to a nearby system and then come back. I don't have the emergency warp option installed. Of course, the other possibility is I just warp out and then turn around. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see where it thinks it is. it should be in that system. That's where I am. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scan the system from the freighter. Yeah, I think it glitched there. I think it was kind of operating on the principle that the pirate dreadnought was there, and then it kind of glitched a bit. So I just want to try something with this. I got a scan station on the freighter, so I just want to try that out. Scan the entire system at once. Yeah, okay. That seems to have fixed things for now. Alright. I ought to charge docking fees for ships coming in. Why can't I do that? This is my ship. I don't want a bunch of strange ships hanging around, necessarily. It's a shame you can't actually conduct the fight from within the freighter itself. Hang on. I did have a useful piece of freighter technology, didn't I? Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Did I not have... Yeah, there we go. What does that do? Oh, okay. Oh! Did these things stack? Whoa, what? What the heck was that? E. Yes? Oh, they do stack. Eh. Alright, that was useful to have. What was I looking for? Oh, my scan station. I did put... I'm pretty certain I did actually put a... one of those system scanners in there, which means I don't have to visit everything. Let's see if I can remember where I hid it. I think it's at the end here. And I never had occasion to use it. No, that's the teleport. Aha! This is what I was after. This is what I wanted to try out. Oh, here we go. So, where is the dissonant? And yes, I know it says discovered by shards of sanity. That's because before on YouTube I became Shards of Insanity, my Minecraft name was Shards of Sanity. So I've got Steam set up for Shards of Sanity. Unfortunately, Shards of Sanity was taken on YouTube. So I settled for Shards of Insanity. Actually, in a way, Shards of Insanity is better, because it implies I am mostly sane. Whereas Shards of Sanity implies that I am mostly insane. Yeah, It's 6 of 1 half. I mean, I can always move it. If anybody is expecting tips on innovative... Oh, wrong one. If anyone's expecting tips on innovative ship design, I am not your person. Okay, this is getting a little strange. This is a system with dissonant activity. I tracked a dissonant signal to this location. Why am I not seeing it on my scanner? Interesting thing. Well, not so necessarily interesting. Curious, I suppose. In the game, all planets are essentially terrestrial. I have not yet seen a gas giant. And I would have thought there might be the odd gas giant, but I have not seen one. I suppose the reason might be that, well, no, you could, with the right game design, you could do interesting stuff on gas giants. But they don't have them. They've all got the terrestrial only, which is kind of strange, because right now, as I understand it, the most common planets that we've discovered so far are actually what they call mini Neptunes, which is sort of a small gas giant. Well, yes, small gas giant being a, you know, bit of a contradiction. But yeah, imagine something like our planet Neptune, but smaller. That seems to be, at the moment, the most common type of planet in our galaxy. But there are issues with that. There was a time when all we could detect in terms of exoplanets was what they called hot Jupiters. And then when detection systems improved, that's when they started finding other types of planet. But I would like to have seen a slightly more realistic setup. I mean, there's no reason in principle why you couldn't have a solar system where you show up and there's no life, there's gas giants, there's a hot Jupiter far too close for a red dwarf for comfort. That would actually be kind of cool. I would like to see that. I mean, you could still have space stations, you could have moons that you could settle on, terrestrial type moons, but they haven't put that in. This is alright, let's I'm just gonna pop out a bit and then turn round and have a look back at the solar system. Oh. Oh, what is a foaming planet? Ah, I don't think I'd seen that before. Tropical planet. Oh. Might be nice to go look at. we've seen that one before. I know, I'm from... Ah, oh, there we go. Now, logically, that's where you would kind of expect that Sentinel interceptor signal to be. Let's have another look. Right. Now, I am correct, am I not? Looking at that screen in front of me, I'm in a dissonant system, and I see the icon right there for a Sentinel interceptor that you can find. Or are my eyes deceiving me? I'll tell you what we can do. I can... I suppose what I could do is pop out and pop back. Oh, let's do that. I'll pop out, pop back, and maybe... Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, it's just me. I would have, preferred... I understand why they made the decisions they've made. Don't get me wrong. But in reality, they've got all the planets far too close together. And I know why. They want to make it, they don't want players spending forever traveling between planets. And orbiting, I think that could have simply been resolved by some kind of design issue. Not design issue, design technique. Did I just hop into the wrong system? No, I didn't. My freighter's here. Color me confused. Yeah, I suppose the problem is if you... Yeah, I think I said it earlier. If you have something that is too realistic, people aren't going to like it. Except for pedants like me. And then we'd probably get bored and complain. Oh, no, did they? Sorry, the reason I'm laughing is you're telling me that we have what they call geocentric systems. The planets are stationary and the suns go around the planets. Oh, that's hilarious. I mean, that's very 14th, 15th century, 16th century. Strangely, there are still people who believe in a geocentric universe. There are actually people out there who believe that the Earth is at the center of the universe and the rest of the universe rotates around it. They're still out there. No, I hadn't noticed. Geocentrists are right up there with levels of interestingness with the flat earthers and creationists. Yeah, look, you see, it says Sentinel salvage site. All right. What have I not done? Log. Come on, Sentinel salvage site. Yes, right there. Track. Huh. Haven't tried that. Do you know, I've got a slight suspicion some interesting little glitches may have made their way into the game. Yeah, if you've ever followed some of the insanity that is flat earthers, they've got some bizarre stuff. Never mind, you know, flat earth. Half of them don't think space is real. Oh. Alright. Don't know what they've got there. Oh, radioactive berries. Yeah, so no, the flat earthers are yeah. Well, some of it. Space isn't real. You can't get into, or you can't get into space. NASA is lying to you. And what else do they believe? There is a dome covering the Earth that you can't get out of. That's another one that some of them go for. The Sun and the Moon are equal distances away from the Earth, even though you can prove they're not. I actually remember, and we're going back maybe 90s, when the flat earthers were not a thing. They were a minor little thing that, you know, nobody paid much attention to. And then when the internet exploded, suddenly flat earthers became a thing. Yes, yeah. Yeah, no, I think one of the one of the flat earth sites states that the moon is, what is it, 3,000 kilometers away. Now, as I understand it, you can actually, with a couple of people and a method of measuring the angle of the Earth, so you could have two people, say 100 or 1,000 miles apart, at the same time measure their angle to the moon. And if you know the distance between the two people on the ground, and you got the angles to the moon, you could triangulate how far away the moon is, and it's not 3,000 kilometers, whatever. They could do that experiment for themselves, but they refuse to, of course. Ooh, I could potentially get in trouble by talking about this. There is, right now, one of the things that the flat earthers believe is that there is no 24-hour sun in the Antarctic, right? They say it's all faked video and it's not real. So, one enterprising man offered to take a group of flat earthers and non-flat earthers to the Antarctic to watch the 24-hour sun. And that experiment is going on right now. They did actually find one or two flat earthers prepared to go and take a look. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And of course, what the other flat earthers are now saying, having gone from saying, you know, there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica, they are now turning that around and saying, well, that doesn't prove anything. They're now saying, oh, it's a fake experiment. It's not real. It's not an experiment. Here's one of them. It's not an experiment. It's only an observation. Idiots. Or, and here's another one, that if they do go to Antarctica, the 24-hour sun will be faked for them. Or they won't actually be in Antarctica. The cognitive dissonance, or outright lying, is ludicrous. Talking of ludicrous, where's that where's my dissonant moon? Anybody remember where I left my dissonant moon? Yeah. I say cognitive dissonance. I got a strong suspicion some of the major flat earthers are basically con men. Some of them certainly give off that vibe if you watch them at all. You know, it's like this guy has the body language and the delivery of a con man. I wonder if I should tag Flat Earth in this video just for the heck of it. That would be kind of funny if I did that. Alright, I know there was a dissonant moon around here. Where was it? Anybody? Of course, the other thing that's amusing about the flat earthers is a lot of them are anti-science, and yet they're using computers and they use GPS and they use all the technology that science has given us at the same time that they're denying it. Never seems to occur to them that they're contradicting themselves just using the technology that they think science probably couldn't possibly have produced. I don't get it. You find the same thing with young Earth creationists. You know. Oh, that I think I heard about that one actually. That was I can't remember. He's the guy who always starts himself off as being in Westchester County. I think it was his wife that came and gave him a hard time. Alright, okay, a couple of things I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to land this hunk of bolts. I am actually going to take a quick break, and I will be back in a few minutes, if that's okay with everybody. If you need to take a break, now's a good time to do it. And I will be right back. Oh, sorry for the noises there. I forgot to unmute the microphone before I moved it into position. So, in principle, this is where this is where I should be able to find... Ooh, what's that? Huh. Wow, that does not look nice.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
The funny thing about this session is it does illustrate what it can be like playing this game. You say to yourself, oh, I'm going to go and do something. And then you end up getting distracted completely by everything else. Whoa, that is an impressive beast. No, I don't need activated copper. How to mine with a starship. And get into a needless fight, probably. Well, I must admit I don't appreciate the weather on this planet. I wonder if I can pick up a radiant mirror. That's not a radiant mirror, is it? Please don't tell me they've... Yeah, I got a suspicion we have some glitches in the system. As I said before. Yeah, you see, it says Sentinel interceptor signal trace detected a nearby system. This is where I followed it to, and there is no such... There appears to be no such signal here. Try and avoid running into things. Who was the flat earther that
Incoming storm.
actually, I think they did a documentary on I think it was Netflix, and to give the guy some credit, he elected to do an experiment to prove that the Earth was flat. And it's a fairly simple experiment, and the whole idea was that you basically shine a laser through a hole about, oh, I don't know, 6-8 feet above the ground, I forget. Yeah, I don't need that. I've actually got an S-Class. Not that I'm using it at the moment. Anyway, so the idea was shine a laser through a hole, and then some distance away, and I think we're talking miles, kilometers, that if the Earth was flat, the laser should then be visible through a hole set at the same height in another panel several miles away, or some distance away. And they set it up, and they didn't see the laser light shining through the second hole. They actually had to move the second panel, and I can never remember whether it was up or down, in order to be able to see the laser light which is essentially proving that there was curvature of the Earth. The guy's response was something like, that's interesting.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Oh, that's not mine. Let's have a little investigate. Yes, yeah. I mean, that would. I mean, the good thing about this guy, and I can't remember who he was, he does have a little bit of a reputation, I think, for being slightly more honest than the average flat earther. He was prepared to do the experiment. He was prepared to do it in the making of documentary. So, in principle at least, he seems to have been convinced that his experiment would work. And it didn't. It didn't prove it at all. You almost feel sorry for him, except you don't. Now the extremists have gone through some changes. I mean, in my lifetime. Let's see what he's got. No, I don't want it. Sorry. Yeah, in my lifetime, you know, I mean, flat Earth has gone from this rather odd curiosity. Oh, by the seeing as we're talking about it, the whole flat Earth thing is actually relatively recent. It started in the late, I want to say, 19th century. It was called, as I recall, the Zetetic Society. And it seems to have been a kind of one of the things about science is that science is not necessarily intuitive. You know, it's not intuitive, for example, that the Earth rotates around the Sun, because it doesn't look like it does. It's not intuitive that objects are equally affected by gravity. So, as science gets more complicated, you kind of get these people who rebel against the idea that they need to have an education to understand science. And you do. You know, it's definitely recommended that you have an education. But they kind of... So, yeah, it's sort of a rebellion against the idea that you can't just use, in quote, intuition and, in quote, common sense for science. It doesn't work that way anymore. It hasn't really worked that way for, oh grief, certainly since Newton's time, or Galileo's. So the Zetetic Society arguably is a sort of psychological rebellion against the idea that you need an education to understand science. And it's still ongoing. You know, you see, they are fortunately in the minority, but they've got, yeah, things like the internet have given them more and more of a voice. The other group that has gone through some interesting changes are the anti-evolutionists. Oh boy, there's a subject I wasn't exactly expecting to bring up today. Back in the old grief, I want to say 50s and 60s, and I think later, because I think I remember them. You know, there was this view. It was called species fixity, and that all the species we see on the planet are unchanging, impossible to change, never have changed. That's it. Now, as time's gone on, and the evidence, which was already considerable in the 50s, but the evidence has gotten to the point where they can no longer hold to this concept of species fixity. The evolution deniers have had to modify their arguments to the extent that they basically accept evolution, except where they say, no, it can't happen. And where they say it can't happen is, wherever they feel like saying it can't happen, rather than any particular scientific model. But that's changed in oh grief. Particularly with the advent of the internet. And they've had to change. The anti-evolutionists of the 50s and 60s would be horrified at the directions that the modern anti-evolutionists have had to go to. Okay, what am I going to do? I suppose I could restart the game, but I don't feel like it. What time is it? How long have I been streaming? Oh, it's been over 2 hours. And it is... okay, 11 o'clock. It's been 2 hours. Yeah, I'm coming up to the point where I typically sign off. Whoa! Where do they come from? Let me just polish off whatever this is. Oh! Oops. Oh! Alright, let's oh, that was an accident. I accidentally shot up the wrong ship. Oh, hang on a second, people. Phone. Right, sorry about that. I actually have got building management coming around, and so I need to sign off anyway. I'd forgotten about that. So do me a favor, anybody watching, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I kind of want to get to 50 subscribers by Christmas, just because it's a target to achieve. If you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. And as soon as I get myself out of trouble here, I will sign off at that point. Just so everybody's clear, I typically don't stream on Saturdays. If I do stream tomorrow, it will be experimental. I'll be trying to do something like, I don't know, simulcasting or trying different streaming settings. So the next time I will actually post a notice that I am streaming, it will be for Sunday, where I will be streaming the series I am calling Journey of the Wingless. And I really do have to go now. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all as soon as I get there. I'll see you all next time. Have a good day and have a good weekend. See you all soon.